Cool. What's up, guys? Another one of these hangout streams that you guys seem to like, so come hang out and watch me write. It was a lot of fun last time, so I figured we'd try again today. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I had an orientation to go to for my son's school, but we are here now. Let me just update some stuff here. Alright. Well, again, just kind of hanging out and doing a little bit of writing, so nothing too extensive. Get this adjusted. There we go. All right. Let's see. I've already done the Monday story. We're gonna do a Ranger Tale Monday, so that should be fun. If you guys have never joined us on the Saturday live stream, that's when we do most of the reading for the week. I do the live recordings, so come on down and see us there. Hey Val, good to see you. Um, yeah, so Monday we're gonna do a Ranger Tale. I've already done the Kashmir story, so I guess what I need to work on is the short story for Tuesday and Thursday. So let's maybe see what I've got going on for that. Hey Osiris, glad you guys could make it. We're just kind of hanging out. Like if you guys have got story questions or anything, just random chitty chat, whatever you want to do. I'm really just here to hang out. I don't know who's writing the algorithm for Grammarly, but a lot of their suggestions are just not real great. Some of them are spot on, but a lot of them are just kind of hit or miss. Let's see. I think we're going to do probably the next couple of parts of the Kawakala Mall story coming up next week, so that should be fun. Good. Oh, well, we got the first part of the Kawakala Mall story Tuesday, so the next part should be coming out tonight. Um, but I guess it's probably going to be a four-parter. So the next part will be probably a little explanation, and then we'll get to the final act. Could turn out to be a five-parter. I don't know, but we'll see where she goes. Hey Bella, glad you could make it. Let's see, where were we on this one? Like I said, we're just kind of hanging out, just kind of doing a little writing. If I was going to be sitting here anyway writing, I figured, might as well turn on the live stream and interact a little bit. That's the other thing with Grammarly sometimes. Sometimes it won't update like it's supposed to. Okay, there we go. Goodness. I would have been on sooner, but we had some school orientation today. So well, it's fun. My youngest is starting at a new school, so we had to go check it out and see what to expect first day, which is Monday. Not sure I'm quite ready to wake up that early again, but it is what it is. I still have no idea how I'm going to end this story. Like, really going to have to scramble to pull something out of my butt for this one. I probably should have had an end in mind when I started writing, but I don't know. I'm not quite certain. It's about what I've wished mine, Bella. I just really hope that goes well. I know a new school can be hard, but I hope he has a good year. He usually enjoys school pretty well. Not really looking forward to that 7:30 drop off, but I guess it'll help me get my farm chores done before I start writing most days. I kind of wish mine had started a little bit later too, Osiris. I wasn't really ready for summer to be over. I guess I should probably start working on my October stories before long too. It's going to be a big lineup again this Halloween, so I might have to work them into my weekly routine somewhere. Get some stories out. I really want to put on again this year. Like, I don't know what my big showcase is going to be. Last year it was the Barkers Halloween Carnival, and then the year before that I did a Green Man story, but I don't know what we're gonna do this year. I've got some ideas for short stories. I really want to do another Cashmere series, but I don't know. I guess we'll see what this year's got in store for us. Oof. That 6:30 a.m. is early. That's probably what time we're gonna have to get up to get them out the door to get him out the door on time. Luckily, my oldest graduated last year, so now instead of school, we're trying to get him employed. July went very quick, quicker than I would have expected. If you guys are just joining us, we're just kind of writing and hanging out. So if you've got questions about any of the series I'm working on or any of the stories I'm working on, feel free to ask. We're just kind of hanging out. It's a stream of consciousness, you know. Oof. Anybody got any late summer plans? Maybe one last little vacation before, autumn and winter hit and it's time to knuckle down and get back to work. If I had the cash, I think I'd probably take the family back to South Florida. We had a lot of fun. I think we went in November. We went to Islands of Adventure and everything. Had a lot of fun. It was a good time. So hot though. Somebody had told me that going towards the end of the year was a little less hectic, but God, it was still wall to wall people. Ooh, I like North Carolina. Um, I remember when I was a kid, we used to go to Disney a lot, but then I guess my parents got bored with Orlando because suddenly it was Tennessee and North Carolina and South Carolina. Every year almost, we'd go up to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge, or we'd go into Maggie Valley and we'd go into the parks. And my mom likes to hike a lot, so usually we'd do some hiking and stuff. Hey, Brandon, we're glad you could make it. Misbehave, good to see you. Man, we're really filling out here. Um, if you guys are just joining us, it's just kind of a stream of consciousness here. We're just kind of watching me write and answering questions. Whatever you guys feel like doing. Like I told them, if I was going to be here writing for a while, I feel like, might as well flip the camera on and do some live streaming. Oh, cool. Little reunion there. That's kind of cool, Bella. Man, I wish I had that chair sometimes. That sounds like a good deal to me. I'll I'll totally make that deal all day long. I don't know. I don't know, Brandon. I think it's time for more stories like that. I I think I need to revisit the evil chairs that talk to people. We do misbehave. Actually, we do. We do have a contest going on right now. There's information in the community tab on it if any of you guys want to take part in it. I think there's still another 8 days before we're calling it for August. So get your stories in to the appropriate email there, and we'll do some judging and we'll do some voting and we'll get ourselves a winner. And the winner gets a signed copy of any of my books. And hopefully by tomorrow I'll have the Dollar General Beyond books. So if you want a copy of the new one, get your stories in. We'll probably read some of them on the channel too. And then we'll get some winners, and we'll get somebody a signed copy of a book. And we'll be doing the contest all the way through December. So we'll do one a month, probably for August, September, October, November, December. So until the start of the year. It does kind of sound like something from Stephen King, doesn't it? Like, I could see Stephen King writing about a cursed chair that helps writers write a little too good. Of course, now, some of Stephen King's curse came in a baggie, but, we don't talk about that anymore. I think you might be right, Annette. Welcome. Good to see you. Stephen King openly admitted that most of his muse in that point came out of his nose or down his throat. So he's a big fan of mixing his uppers and downers there. Always, always is. I feel like I've got a touch of that madness myself sometimes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Tennessee Williams and God, Mark Twain would probably agree with you as well. You can't stare into that abyss long without, feeling a little of that madness. Oh, of course, yeah. H.P. Lovecraft, yeah. Definitely a lot of madness there. Ooh, I slept for crap last night. Sorry, guys. Definitely a little crazy there. But yeah, if any of you guys want in on the writing contest, be sure to put in your stories. Should be a good time. Mountains and colors and towns and whatnot. That's not how you spell cautionary. There it is. Anybody anybody want to share a little about what they're submitting to the contest? I'd love to get a glimpse of some of it. I haven't even read the submissions yet. I don't think I'm going to until the 15th. Let it be completely a surprise. Haunted beach story. I don't think I've had one of those. It'd be a good idea though. Haunted beach story. I might have to do some thinking on that. I had one about a weird water park story, but it didn't come together in time. I don't know. I had figured a weird mall occurrence would be pretty good to end out our summer season on. You know, what better place to spend your time in the early 2000s than at the mall? Yeah, starting to come together. It's going to be a good compilation when I get this done. We need some new compilations, I think. I've if you guys like the Dead Mall stuff that I did last week and this week, there's a prequel to it that I think we're going to read next week. So that should be fun. Should have a lot of fun there. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. Give me just a second, guys. I think I forgot to upload something. Where the hell is it? Huh. Well, I guess that one's coming out next week then. I really need to finish up my more of those weird cat stories that I did. We got through the Calvin one, but I always thought it would be fun to like join it with the cat stuck in the mirror story. I always thought that might be kind of a fun time. Well, darn, I had another edition of The Factory, but I guess it's going to come out next week. I apparently forgot to make the story. It's been such a helter skelter kind of week today. I mean, you might surprise yourself. A lot of us think we're not good at writing, and then we pick it up, and we turn out to be pretty good at it. That was what I did, at least. Better than I thought I was going to be. I'm not sure how I expected to be at horror, but it turned out pretty good. I was writing fantasy for like the first 20 years of my writing career. Wasn't as good at it though. I'm glad I made the branch over into horror. Hey, Susie. Glad you could make it. If you guys are just joining us, we're just kind of hanging out and chatting, watching me write. It's kind of a lazy day. I don't know how long we're going to live stream for, but we'll be here for a little bit probably. Excuse me. Well, if you go to my, hang on, let me see if I can find it. It's probably in my profile somewhere. It's the only published, it's the only published fantasy novel that I have. Oh, good. They finally started putting Towsey Homestead when you Google it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Hang on, I'll grab it for you. Alright, this is a link to the only fantasy novel that I've ever actually written. There we go. If the chat will load. That might be the old one. Hang on. Let's try that again. I'm still alive, right? Yeah. Damn. That's weird. Hang on. I'm trying to find you guys a link here. The cover's terrible. Like, I made it myself in MS Paint, so it's not great. But, it gets the job done. Let's see here. There we go. There it is. That is the only fantasy novel that I've ever written. And even then, like, it's very heavily tinged with horror. Like, there's a lot of horror, you know, at play in it. It's not a bad book. It's just it's not what I usually write now. But I don't know. I liked the horror community a lot better. It was definitely a lot more accepting than the fantasy community. I don't know, Bella. I must not have come in for it. They've always been super accepting. Like, I get critiques every now and again on my stories, but most of the time they're glad to see them. Um, I mean, outside of no sleep, like the no sleep community has gotten very judgy lately, and I'm actually writing probably another 4 months on a 12-month ban for posting stories they felt did not fit within the rules, which were really just different than what they were looking for, I guess. We got to do what we got to do, man. I mean, I get it. Me too, Bella. Me too. The fantasy writing community online was quite a bit judgy. So I'm kind of glad that I found my way out of there. It it wasn't a good fit. It wasn't really a great place for creativity. I mean, if that's their thing, then good on them. But it didn't work for me. Excuse me. I like to think so. I like to think that definitely, definitely horror was my spot. I mean, Val, that's what these are for. Usually, I get a little bit unfiltered sometimes, um, especially when I start talking about no sleep and stuff. I I don't know. It's disappointing sometimes what the older horror communities have become. Like they're not what they used to be. You know, used to be it was a sharing of ideas, but now it just seems to be a lot of just I'm gonna shut my mouth because I don't want to insult people that are still in there. Kitties are good. They're hanging out on the porch today. I've got a good big front porch, and they all like to sit out there in the sun. It's it's a good day for sunning, at least until it rains again. Every day we get our 30 to 45 minutes of rain, so I'm sure it's coming at some point. If you guys are just joining us, we're just writing and chatting. So if you've got any story questions or any story suggestions or anything, feel free to put them in the comments. If you're here for the live readings, those are on Saturday. So be sure to join us on Saturday because we're going to be doing some live reading and hanging out and just kind of, having a good time. Hey, Blondie, we're glad you could make it. There's my favorite moderator. And Lou, damn. Getting some night crew in here now. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're just kind of watching me write and hanging out and kind of conversating. So, if you guys have got any story questions or anything, I'm finishing up some work on part 3 of the Natives of Kawakala Mall. So, Lady Writer, glad to see you. Well, I'm glad. It's there's so much on the channel. I like to think there's definitely some story for everybody. That's true, Blondie. You're the hardest working moderator on my YouTube channel. Hey, Lou. Oh, somebody in my front yard. Hey, Christy. We're glad you could make it. Like I said, we're just kind of hanging out, watching me write, doing stuff. So, if you guys have got any story questions or any story additions, let me know. If any of you guys want to give me a little peek into what you're submitting for the contest, too, post up in there. I've got a few submissions, but if any of you are planning on entering, admission's still open till the 15th, so. Ooh, that's a good idea, Lou. Gonna make some shorts for YouTube? Those RV shorts seem to be pretty big business. Hang on just a second, guys. Trying to see what's going on outside. I bet it'll be a journey though, Lou. I bet it'll be something. I'd definitely watch it. There's a couple of YouTubers that I see have been fixing up buses and RVs and things, and I bet it would be entertaining. Oh, yeah. Definitely come join us on Discord. We've got a pretty lively Discord community. And it's where we talk about the contests and stuff sometimes. So, feel free to come on down. I still have no idea how I'm going to end this story. This one might be a 5-parter. I don't know. I got to come up with some kind of ending for it, though. I don't know. That would be cool, Lou. I bet that'd be a great channel. You could put that up on YouTube and probably get a ton of watches. Probably get them to monetize your lifestyle there, so you could just travel around and video weird stuff. guys are just joining us, we're just kind of hanging out. I'm just writing up some short stories. I just figured I'd, put the camera on while I did and answer questions and just sort of hang out a little bit. So feel free to join us and have a discussion and, just whatever. Ah, darn it. Oh, thank you, Blondie. That's cool. I like that. I like the sticker, too. That's kind of neat. Well, I think he's out on the porch sunning. Usually the cats like to sun during the day out there. They're a big one to go out and sit in the sunshine. There's some black cats across the street that they do not like one little bit, but want to come and be friends. But I don't know. Maybe they'll decide they want to be buddies at some point or another. I think there's like 6 of them over there. But they usually come and try to holler at my girl cats and hang out and whatnot. They tried to fight Pumpkin, which if you remember Pumpkin, he's just a little guy. So the rest of the cats were not too big on that though. Ah. Well, guys, apparently I'm being called to lunch. Shoot, this was just kind of a short stream today. Um, I'll see you guys Saturday, for live readings. I'm hoping next week we can start these a little earlier, especially with school starting. I guess I'll be up anyway, so I might start them a little earlier for longer. But these are some cool little trial runs just to see how it goes. Any rate, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will catch you all next time. Dr. Plague, signing off.